The crisis at Egerton University deepens after the management admitted that the institution has debt running to 6.1 billion shillings that date back to the year 2017. Speaking on camera for the first time about the crisis at Egerton University, Vice-Chancellor Professor Isaac Kibwage further said that the situation is likely to worsen if the government does not bail out the institution that continues to receive a shortfall in terms of monthly allocation. This revelation coming on the day learning was set to resume after almost 3 months long strike by dons over the 2017-2021 CBA, as well as their salaries and accrued arrears and interests. Ibrahim Karanja with a story about the premier institution of higher learning, whose Vice-Chancellor says is bankrupt.
On a day when learning was set to resume at Egerton University after a nearly 3-month closure since the 26th of November 2021, Vice-Chancellor Isaac Kibwage made a passionate case over the situation at Egerton.
The university is broke. Anytime we continue closing, it means the situation gets what?
Yes.
Gets what? It's not getting better. Yeah? As of September last year, Egerton owes 6.1 billion.
The Vice-Chancellor says that continued underfunding from government exacerbate an already dire debt situation. This despite constant requests to the Ministry of Education to bail out Egerton University from the shackles of debt. Egerton University needs a total of 251 million shillings every month to pay employee salaries only. But the government has been disbursing 174 million shillings monthly, further compounding the situation with a 77 million shillings debt monthly that continues to be added on the 6.1 billion shillings as of September last year. And that's not all. In 2018, the government did not send capitation for 3,822 students of Egerton after a clash in statistics between CUSPs and the university. That means that 3,822 students were taught, but their tuition fee was never paid by the government. The money arising from that was 935 million shillings.
The union has repeatedly asked the university management to consolidate and defer all the above old dues, which run into hundreds of millions, and implement the 2017-2021 CBA in accordance with the January 2021 court ruling.
When we don't have money and you are demanding money, where am I left as the VC? As management, as council, where do you get money to give when we cannot generate it internally and the government is not giving us full financing?
And as students of Egerton University find themselves at crossroads on whether to report to school or not, Professor Kibwage says that learning has resumed with lecturers willing to work being on site. That has been disputed by university's academic staff union, UWASU.
There are those who appreciate the predicament of the university in terms of finances and are willing to help the university start recovering.
No member of WASU has informed this office that they have defied our instructions.
Last week, Higher Education Principal Secretary Simon Nabukwesi had asked Parliament to consider bailing out cash-strapped institutions of higher learning.
What are these management doing? There is a word they don't accept to hear in my lifetime, whereby an institution is dying, even if it's a cow which is going to die, there must be some signs and symptoms before it dies. What are you doing when you are seeing this problem?
Ibrahim Karanja, KTN News.
Right, Ibrahim will be speaking to us a bit later on the situation.